Good morning. Buenos días. My name is Daniel Ayala, or Danny Ayala, as most of you know me. I'm the head of Global Remittance Services for Wells Fargo out of San Francisco, California. And it's a pleasure to be here today. This is, I think, year number 5 that I attend this conference. First conference I attended was in a quite different hotel in Fort Lauderdale. I recall that event. And there was a few hundred people. And it's amazing to see how this venue continues to grow. So thank you, Hugo and Dave, for putting this together. And it's also impressive to see the number of sponsors that you have and the scale that this is taking on, not only with Latin America, but also a lot more attendees from other parts of the world. So thank you for allowing us to take a bit of time to make this announcement. Wells Fargo has been in the remittance business since 2003 with a product called Wells Fargo Express, and before that with another product called Intercuenta Express since 1994. Actually, Manuel shared some of the numbers behind our publicly available information. If I may add to that, we did grow about 41% year over year from 2009 to 2010. And we continue to grow at pretty consistent double-digit percentage growth in 2011. And we'll be disclosing the figure at the end of this year. Once again, we're going to be doing that on a yearly basis. So that performance is continued for us. We're in this business because it attracts a very important segment of the population, but more importantly, because this is what our customers want. They're asking for it. They're asking for better service. They're asking for more distribution. And they do want banks in the U.S. to do this, especially in a time when the banking industry is being challenged in many ways through many changes driven by new regulations as well as consumer demand. As a result of that, banks like Wells Fargo are looking to mold sort of a new model and also increase their emphasis on the unbanked or underbanked in some cases. I'm very happy to announce today, in conjunction with Alberto Guerra, and he's going to get into the more details about the alliance, the addition of Uniteller out of New Jersey as one of our, we call them aggregators in our distribution. Very pleased to have this take place. And we already knew Alberto and his team from way back in 2005 when we added Banorte, which was our second partner in Mexico and one of our highest growth partners in Mexico today. With this expansion, we're expanding into Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, Honduras, Guatemala, Philippines, and Vietnam. And these were countries that we already had distribution into with other aggregators. But the key point here is that our customers are asking for more distribution. So it's not enough to be in one country with 1 or 2 providers, but maybe with 3 and 4. For those of you that are in this business, that are large-scale aggregators, we're looking for more partners. We're very happy with the partners we have, but they don't always have all the distribution that we're looking for. And we're very consistent in our performance. So I think one of the things that Alberto will share with you is that we drive volumes. One number that Manuel shared is about 300,000 transactions per month. It's actually a little bit closer to 400,000 transactions per month right now. With that, I'll bring Alberto to get into the details.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. It's also a pleasure for us at Banorte and Uniteller Financial Services to be here. I also want to thank both Hugo and Dave for putting this together and also congratulate you for this event. As Daniel was mentioning, we are so glad to be part of this event for many years and see this event grow. And we're also proudly sponsors of this event, so we hope that we continue supporting you guys in making this event a success every year. So, as Daniel was saying, it is a pleasure for us at Grupo Financiero Banorte, which is the 3rd largest financial group in Mexico, and through one of its subsidiaries, which is Uniteller Financial Services, which is the family remittance company of the group, to have partnered here with Wells Fargo, one of the largest, if not the largest, banking institutions here in the U.S., to provide them access to 11 payers at 8 international destinations. So I want to go quickly through the presentation that we prepared here, some notes. And as I was saying, it is an honor and a pleasure for us to have partnered with Wells Fargo in expanding Wells Fargo's existing express and service to these additional payers. I also want to thank all of our paying partners. Without them, this would have been impossible to do. So I also want to thank them for the support and the hard work in making this agreement possible. In particular, in Mexico, as Daniel was saying, through Uniteller, Wells Fargo is accessing Banorte's branches in Mexico. As you will see here, Banorte has more than 1,300 branches in Mexico and over more than 6,000 ATMs through which Wells Fargo customers can send remittances to Banorte's more than 9 million customers in Mexico, as well as users or non-bank customers that go every day to a Banorte branch to collect remittances. In Guatemala, we are offering Banco GIT Continental, who has more than close to 300 branches and 500 ATMs in Guatemala, and is one of the major markets in the region. In Honduras, we have the pleasure to partner with Banco Atlántida with 179 branches and 130 ATMs, and also with Bac Honduras through their 98 branches and 643 ATMs. In Colombia, we're offering Bancolombia through their 650 branches and more than 2,555 ATMs. And also in Colombia, we'll be adding Davivienda with 546 branches and more than 1,400 ATMs. In the case of Peru, we're also adding the service of Banco de Crédito del Perú with more than 328 branches and 1,200 ATMs. And Ecuador, we're adding Banco del Austro, 75 branches and 210 ATMs. We also are offering the service to the Philippines, where Uniteller has a subsidiary in the Philippines, and we have a very solid presence in the Asian market. Metrobank is one of the major banks in the Philippines with more than 575 branches and more than 1,000 ATMs. And also Cebuana Lulier, which is one of the major non-finance institutions in the Philippines with over 1,500 paying locations. Also in Asia, we are offering Vietnam through Vietcom Bank, which is one of the largest banks in that country with more than 300 branches and 1,800 ATMs. And this is, again, the services that we are offering. And as I said, at Uniteller, we are proud to have partnered with Wells Fargo on offering this service. And we are, as many of you know us and have partnered with us already, we are a 100% subsidiary of Grupo Financiero Banorte. We're a licensed remittance company out here in the U.S. with licenses in more than 42 states. And we also process remittance out from Mexico and Canada to Mexico, Central America, South America, Asia, and the Philippines, also in Asia. So again, it's a pleasure. I want to thank everybody. Daniel, thank you again. And to all of the Wells Fargo team, it's a pleasure working with you, and wish you success in this venture. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.